Thank you very much, Craig, and thank you again to the panel. I'd like to invite Dr. Giselle Yasmin of SSHRC to come forward. Dr. Yasmin was appointed Vice President, Partnerships of SSHRC in 2007. In this position, she is a key member of the senior management team responsible for leading and directing partnership development and knowledge mobilization. She's a central pillar of the new SSHRC strategic plan, overseeing the management of a suite of SSHRC programs. I won't, just because of time, give you the details of her career. I will say that she is a strong supporter of community-based research, a strong supporter of mobilization, and without the vision of Dr. Yasmin and her colleague, who we met earlier today, Mr. McNaughton, we would not be here today. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Giselle Yasmin.
A mini version of an experience I had about 8 months after I joined SSHRC called the International Living Knowledge Network. Conferences that happen every 2 years, something some of you might want to take an interest in, which is an outcropping of the science shop, the European science shop movement, which developed in the 70s with students actually in chemistry that started doing outreach with various communities who had an interest in areas such as pesticide use, etc., and asking the universities to start collaborating with them on a number of important research questions. So it's very exciting to be here on this beautiful campus on such a gorgeous day, and I know everyone is tired, so I don't want to take too much time. And to be surrounded by such a distinguished group of leaders from across the public, private, and not-for-profit sectors, as well as so many accomplished scholars who are working together, and also planning my destination experience, to quote Professor Ritchie. It was rather convenient that this took place on a Friday. Ever since Yolande invited me last fall, we've been scheming to organize our family getaway in Prince Edward County. And thanks to Craig Desjardins for supplying some key insider information. And having a PhD related to the micro, small, and medium enterprises in the food industry, and being married to an entrepreneur in the gourmet and specialty foods business, it's actually going to be perfect. I know it just right now. I want to talk to you a bit about SSHRC's vision and value proposition, and really underline some of the key concepts that guide our President Chad Gaffield's vision for the Council and its work with the social sciences and humanities research community and its partners across the public, private, and not-for-profit sectors. And those words are quality, connections, and impact. Quality, the SSHRC grant is the hardest award to receive in this country. When you look at all of the granting agencies, we're very competitive, both for the scholarships that are awarded to our students, as well as the grants to researchers for research and other related activities. We have huge supply and demand challenges. So the SSHRC award is really extremely competitive and a sign of quality. So congratulations to all of you that were involved and successful in the KIS competition, because really it is an indication of how good you are. Connections, and creating and promoting connections across campus, across disciplines, across sectors, and internationally is one of our goals, and is certainly at the heart of a successful research enterprise where knowledge has to flow across boundaries in order to be at its best. And finally, the concept of impact or influence and benefit. SSHRC is a public institution, like Queen's, like all Canadian universities. As a public institution, which is mandated by federal legislation, we report to Parliament. We are accountable to the citizens of this country. And so being able to work with the community and those who apply to SSHRC and are successful in terms of receiving our awards, being able to crisply articulate the value of why it is important, why the work that the people we support do is important, is really at the heart of our work, and we want to get better at doing that and to working with our community to do that. I just want to say that this is really, I think, one of the fundamental things that Chad brings to his vision of SHRC is that we've come to the conclusion, and we are very cognizant of the fact that we have a huge community and not enough funding to really reach those that need to be funded, but that entitle arguments just do not work. And that doesn't work when it comes to trying to secure the support of those who are paying the bills in this country. And really it comes down to articulating that value proposition, as many of you said. So public investment in the social sciences and humanities for the public good, and working shoulder to shoulder with the research community, post-secondary institutions like Queen's, and partners across the public, private, and not-for-profit sectors. I want to just unpack a bit how we sort of see the landscape at the moment. In terms of our three core, I'm in a business school, so I'll use business language, our three core business lines, which really are the development of talent, or that is support for the emerging generation of researchers, thinkers, scholars, leaders across sectors. Most of our funding, in fact, goes to awards for graduate students at the master's and PhD level in terms of scholarships, postdoctoral fellows, as well as support for the work of students within grants. And if you add all of that together, that's 70% of SHRC's budget. So 70% of our money is about what Chad calls developing talent, and we're very proud of that. Building insight, obviously, is at the heart of all that, because we don't support students to do whatever they want. They're trying to build insight. They're developing themselves through experiences, conducting research, by being mentored by professors and their supervisors, and often working with community leaders like you. So building knowledge and understanding the research